The greatest experience of a human heart is to pick another heart that is in pain and suffering and to bring them to joy and happiness. I'd like to encourage each and every one of you to look around you and to widen that circle of compassion. Roughly about 20-25 days back, an event happened in Jaipur and was covered by the print, something that we should all know of. A person called Rajendra Baghari died at the age of 36. And when he died, he was the only Hindu person or the only Hindu family there in the neighborhood surrounded by Muslims. And his cousin Anju was confused and didn't know what to do. And I can imagine the plight of the family, because you require 4 people to carry the bier to the cremation ground. But there were only 2 male members in the house. And this is when the Muslim community came to that family. And what they did was truly amazing, was truly compassionate. They went out of their way to do more than what they should. They prepared the bier. They carried the body from the house to the cremation ground, which was about 4 kilometers away. They chanted naam, satya all along the way. They brought the wood for the fire. They carried the agadi handi, and they were there for the family when they required it. And this compassion is what actually creates miracles within our society. The priest at the cremation ground said, "I have never seen something like this happen in the last 15 years. And this compassion shown was something that is truly amazing. You look in the life of Jesus and you see every time it says Jesus showed compassion, a miracle took place. The widow had lost her son, no family, no husband, nobody to support her, and Jesus saw her weep. And the Bible says Jesus had compassion. The next thing, there was a miracle. The boy was brought back to life. Jesus sees the multitude, the 5,000, they are hungry. He has compassion for them. And what? We see a miracle. The 5 loaves and 2 fish feed the multitude. Then we have Jesus. He sees those 2 blind men who shout out, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." And he has compassion, and the miracle, they receive their sight. Then you have the leper who comes to Jesus and says, "Jesus, if you are willing, heal me." And Jesus has compassion. He says, "I am willing," and he heals. We see the miracle. Every time Jesus had compassion, the result is a miracle. Now you might say, "That's Jesus, I am me." But each and every one of us, irrespective of religion, caste, creed, from where we come, what skin color we have, all of us have divinity within us. We have that spark of divinity. And it is this spark of divinity that enables the compassion to be transformed into a miracle. My dad once told me an incident that happened in his village. And this poor family, they didn't have anything to eat. Their neighbor was equally poor and they too didn't have anything. They've been hungry for a day or two, so someone comes and gives one family 2 kgs of rice. The mother receives the rice after saying her thank yous. She takes the rice from the front door and goes out through the back door, taking half the rice for the neighbor. Why? Because she saw the pain, the suffering of the neighbor, and it is compassion that brought a miracle to the house of the neighbor. There's this group in Bangalore that during the pandemic, a lady once typed on Facebook and said, if any elderly needs help and you are out of town, they can't go out because they're terminally ill or they're old, you message me and I will go and help them. And she received thousands of replies, many volunteering to help and many saying that they require help. The small deed of compassion went a long way. It provided miracles for so many people. What is compassion? Look at Jesus or that widow's example. There was a widow and there was a situation that she was headed towards to. Jesus came and he stood in that situation. He stood between the woman and the situation, and a miracle takes place. If we look around us, and we will be able to see there are so many people who are moving towards disaster or who of no fault of theirs are in so much trouble. Compassion would be feeling their pain and standing between them and their trouble, being there in their midst, being there for them. The greatest experience of a human heart is to pick another heart that is in pain and suffering and to bring them to joy and happiness. I'd like to encourage each and every one of you to look around you and to widen that circle of compassion. We all have the ability to be compassionate. In fact, we are all compassionate. But let's look around and find one deed of compassion that we can do. And once we've done that, let's turn to God and say, Lord, give me the strength to do just one more deed of compassion. And when that's done, turn back to the Lord and say, Lord, help me to do one more deed of compassion. We need these deeds of compassion in our times. And God is more than willing to give us the grace and the strength to do it. If you've enjoyed this video, we request you to share it with everybody. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and press the bell notification there. Also, from everybody here at the Burning Bush, stay safe and God bless.